One of the most frustrating things that can happen to you on the golf course is when you wind up, you think you make a good, hard, full swing, and you chunk the ball just to have it go nowhere. In today's lesson, we're going to go over the causes of a chunk and teach you how to fix this problem. So to get you out of chunking the ball, the first thing I want you to understand is what my good friend John Elliott calls CBG. That's we want club, ball, and then ground contact in that order. So we're trying to get the club coming in first, hitting the ball, and then the ground. We don't want ground, club, ball contact. That's the opposite order. So what we want to look at here today is 4 factors: your weight shift, your ball position, your release, and your posture. We're going to check these 4 things out to see if they're the cause for your chunk. First of all, ball position. Obviously, if I play the ball too far forward in my stance, there's a good chance that if I don't get my weight through, I'm going to hit here. So if you're chunking the ball, double check. Go ahead and just play your irons middle to be safe. The very furthest up would be 1 ball forward to center. The next thing we want to check is our weight shift. Is your weight hanging out back here or falling back here as you come into the shot? Because if so, chances are you're going to bottom out too soon. If you can get your sternum, even your head, to feel like it's over or in front of the golf ball and your weight on your front foot before impact, then you're going to be hitting down and descending sharply into the ball and you'll catch it clean. Next thing we want to look at is your release. Are your hands coming in first? Are you using your pivot and pulling the golf club so the club head comes in last? Or are you stopping your pivot, pushing the club, and trying to throw the club head at the ball? Very, very common cause of chunking there. So you're going to make sure that you time that release properly. It should be hips first, then chest and shoulders, then arms, hands, and lastly, the club. The very last thing I want you to be aware of is your posture, because while you may start out with good posture, it may be changing throughout the swing. If you feel like you're lifting up on the backswing, chances are you're going to come down too much into the shot. The opposite can be true, where you dip down, you stand up, but as you stand up, that forces a throw of the club head. So any of this up and down movement we want to eliminate. And the best way to do that is have someone hold a club over the top of your head, or even videotape yourself and draw a line and check periodically how much you're moving. But if we can stay level and keep our center, swing center, our chest, the same distance from the golf ball throughout the swing, it's going to be pretty tough to chunk the ball, provided you're making a good weight shift and you're releasing in time. So now that we know those factors, I'm simply going to set up here, show you how it's done. Got the ball positioned middle. I'm going to try to stay as level as I can. I naturally have a little bit of a lift, so I'm going to try to prevent that. And I'm going to try to get on my front foot with a good late release of the club head. It's simple and it works. And if you have an idea for a lesson, please submit it in the Ask Maria section on mygolfinstructor.com.